So we're back again with the latest sale from Xbox, showing you all the quick completions that you can pick up this week that are currently on sale. We've got the cheap games, we've got the best games, and we've got every game as always that can be completed in under 2 hours. And there's definitely a few more than there has been in the last couple of weeks to go through. Let's waste no more time, let's roll those credits and get into the video. So as always, we're going to be kicking off with those games that you can get for under that £1.50 price mark. And there's a couple more than we've had in the last couple of weeks, with this one being probably one of the best, and that's Mushroom Quest. Now this will net you 2000G and is 80% off at only 83p. This is such a bargain for getting yourself 2000G. Also on sale this week, we have Cyberpool, 75% off at £1.04. This game is rated 2 stars from fellow achievement hunters and will take you no more than an hour to get the 1000G. So 2 really quick completion games here for under like £1.05. So it's 2 games you want to be seriously checking out this week. And the cheap games continues with Serial Cleaner next, 90% off. That's a huge discount. Original price was £11.99 and now you can get this game for £1.19. It's classed as a stealth game, but you step in to polish the shoes of the cleaner, a professional crime scene cleaner for the mob. There's no business like the cleaning business, and right now business is booming. Sneak around crime scenes, avoid detection from the guarding cops as you vacuum up blood, hide bodies and remove evidence. Now this game is rated 3.5 from Achievement Hunter, so a seriously good game for £1.19. Again, 3 games straight off the bat you all want to be considering. This game will take you a slight bit longer than the other 2, about 8 to 10 hours, but this is a seriously good rated game and sounds like a really interesting concept. Our next game is on the other end of the spectrum because this one is rated 1.75. So as you know, this one's going to be classed as a stinker. Grizzland is 70% off at £1.25 and is from East Asia Soft, and this is a platformer where you jump, slash and explore a broken world. And the final game this week under the £1.50 mark is 75% off at £1.44, and that's RoboZorro. Again, another game from East Asia Soft, and this one's rated 2.25 from fellow achievement hunters and is 2D physics mayhem, an action game where robots embark on an epic quest throughout the outskirts, underbelly and rooftops of Mech Angeles. So what about those better games? Well, there's one game out there that's already getting some really good reviews from people who have had early access, and that's Astro Starfighter. Now this game isn't released till the 15th of August, but is already getting 4-star reviews from a lot of achievement hunters. The game will be 20% off for its launch at $6.71. It's a classic scrolling shooter with modern 3D graphics, upgraded systems of your spaceship, and upgrade weapons and sweep away hordes of enemies on your way. The game itself is looking to take you about 1 to 2 hours to complete, and you'll be able to pick up a nice easy 1000G. Now if you're looking for something already released, then try Neighbors Back from Hell from THQ Nordic and developer IMG and Woowood Entertainment. This game's going to take you about 5 to 6 hours to complete, but is rated 4 stars from fellow achievement hunters, and this is a puzzle game about finding joy from someone else's misfortune. As Woody, the vengeful star protagonist of Neighbors Back from Hell, you will prank your way through seasons 1 and 2 of the fictitious but aptly named TV show. This definitely sounds like another interesting concept, and with a 4-star rating, 5 to 6 hours, definitely one to be considering. But if you're looking for something a bit more AAA and you've got a bit of spare time on your hands, then try out BioShock Remastered. Now, anyone who's played the classics will know these are seriously good games. This one's rated 4.75, will take you 15 to 20 hours to complete, and is 60% off at $6.39. And another game from THQ Nordic that's currently 60% off. Original price was $34.99, so it's down now to $13.99. So if you ever wanted to pick up this game, now is the perfect chance, and that's Destroy All Humans. Rated 3.75 from fellow achievement hunters, will take you about 12 to 15 hours for the cult classic. terrorize the people of 1950s Earth in the role of an evil alien invader. And the final game to look at this week will take you a little less time, around that 8 to 10 hour mark, and it's from Team 17 Software. A game that I'm pretty sure most people are going to have heard of is Overcooked, the Gourmet Edition. This one's 10% off at $14.75, rated 3.75, and is a party style cook-off game. So before we get into every game that can be completed in 2 hours, let me just say that we love having all of you here, and if you enjoy this video then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel, and let everyone else know what games are on sale this week and what they can be picking up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you know when we release all these type of sale videos. And this week's sale is only going to be on till the 14th of August, so make sure you don't miss out on any of these bargains. So let's jump straight into this, and the first game, and the second game, are both from OnSkull Games, and they are Escape First and Escape First 2. Now both games can be completed in that under half an hour time period, and are both escape room style puzzle games. Both are 30% off at $2.93, and both are rated 2 stars from fellow achievement hunters. So if you're looking for your next style escape room, then these are 2 games definitely worth considering this week. And OnSkull must definitely have a thing for escape rooms, because their next one is called Curious Cases, and as you might have guessed, this is another type of escape room, where a scientist has gone missing after claiming they have made a groundbreaking discovery. Vanished from a locked office with only one exit, this extraordinary case immediately grabs Detective Moore's attention. This game is also 30% off at $2.93 and is rated 2.25. A game that's been appearing quite regularly lately is Debtor Enhanced Edition. Now this is from Desert Water Games, is 30% off, also at $2.93 and is rated 2.25. This is a puzzle platformer in the retro style and will net you 2000 G for your time. And we have our first visual novel this week, and that's from East Asia Soft, developed by Rataliki Games and First Step Cinematics. That's Twice Born, a vampire visual novel, 35% off at £8.11, and this story has been rated 2 stars by fellow achievement hunters. The next game, another one from OnSkull Games, is another puzzle game and another point and click escape room game with a modern 3D graphics this time. That's Escape 2088, 30% off, a bit cheaper actually, at only $1.74, so maybe the one to pick up this week. Also rated 2.25. And another visual novel, this time this one has only just recently been released on August the 4th, and that's Death Becomes You. It's rated 3 stars from your achievement hunters, and this is another one of those games where we have an achievement guide on our channel, so definitely hop over there if you're picking up this game, and you'll be able to pick up all the achievements in less than 15 minutes. And trust me, the way you have to get these achievements, you're definitely going to be wanting to check out the guide, because you have to complete this game with every ending possible. And trust me, there's a lot of endings. Our next game was also released only this year in May, and that's Boss Rush Mythology, 30% off at $5.87. This game is rated 2.25 and is classed as an action game. And our final game is for the Windows 10, and that's Drone Gladiator. This one will net you 2000 G, is 55% off at a very reasonable $188. The game itself is rated 2.5 and is a third-person shooter set in a new area of a gladiator battle show. So we move swiftly on to all those games that can be completed in under an hour. And our first one is another pre-order. This game isn't out till the 11th of August, and that's the Bright Lights as Fetlov. 20% off for its launch at $6.71. And this will be another game where we'll have a achievement guide ready for the first day of its launch. So if you pick this one up anytime, again, nip over to our channel and check out that achievement guide. And speaking of achievement guides, we also have a one for the next game that we're going to be mentioning, and that's the Red Exile Survival Horror. We have the guide up on our channel, so if you pick this one up, nip over and have a look at that one. This one's 20% off again for its launch and is $3.35. Now this is a survival horror game where you're chased around rooms by a maniac pursuer. Our next game, we're back to OnSkull, and we have the third game game in the Escape First games, 40% off at $3.87. So this is yet another puzzled escape room game with 3 new different escape rooms, 40% off at $3.47 and rated 2.25. Wings of Blue Star next, an East Asia Soft game worth 2000 G, is 30% off at $8.74 and rated 2.5. Project Starship X from East Asia Soft is next, 70% off at $2.51, rated 2.5 and is a shoot 'em up parody filled shmup. And the East Asia Soft games just keep on coming, as Raver the Cyclops Curse is next, 60% off, very cheap at $1.67, and this is a platformer rated 2.25. So now we get to that 1 to 2 hour mark, and this is where the majority of the games are this week, with our first one being Retro Tanks, another stinker at 1.5, and it's meant to be an intense fast-paced tank shooter. At 1.5, it might not be quite as good as it's making out, but this one is 40% off at $2.99. Rated 2.25 is another tank game, Of Tanks and Demons 3. It's a new game in the vibe of a classic arcade of the 80s. 1 to 2 hours will get you that 1000 G at 40% off $2.51. Rusty Guns is also $2.51 this week, 40% off, rated 2.25, and this is a run and gun. Now, for those of you without Game Pass, this one is a nice cheap $1.31, and that's Doom 64. This is obviously the classic Doom from the N64, released in 1997, and you can get the achievements in this game in about that 1 to 2 hour mark, and it's a nice nostalgic look down memory lane. Lantanium, I think that's how we're going to pronounce that one. Hopefully we're never going to have to say it again, but that one's 40% off at $2.51 and is rated 2.5. Lord of the Click, a management game. Lord of the Click will give you an unsurpassed feeling of almightiness by controlling the huge armies with one muscle of your body. I'm guessing your finger. This one's 40% off, $2.51, and is rated 2 stars. My Aunt is a Witch next, a visual novel, 60% off at $3.35 and is rated 2.25. Almost My Floor, an adventure point and click this time, as you play a detective in a frightening atmosphere of sinister nightmares. This one's 60% off at $3.35 and rated 2.75. Quintus and the Absent Truth, £4.19, which is 50% off. This is an adventure game from East Asia Soft, as you take on a man and his mouse across sprawling first-person horror adventure. Rated 2.25. Running on Magic, this is a platformer, 50% off at $1.99, so a reasonable price there, and 2 stars. Arsonist Heaven. Strap on your jetpack and grab a flamethrower to hunt down monstrous foes. Definitely a stinker this one, I'm afraid, guys. 1.25, Jesus. A run and gun, 40% off at $2.51. This might actually be the worst game of the week, so let's hear it in the comments. Does anyone have this game? Is anyone planning on getting this game? Let us know, how bad is this game? World Soccer Strikers 91 next, 60% off. Again, very reasonable, $1.67. Rated 2.25 from Achievement Hunters. Swordbreaker Origins next. Now this is a visual novel, an illustrated text quest, 2.75, 30% off at $5.87. The Experiment Escape Room. Oh my god, I hope you lot like escape rooms, and I imagine you can guess the developer. On Skull Games, of course. They must seriously like their escape rooms, and it does make me wonder if they've ever made anything other than an escape room game. This one's 30% off, £2.30, and is rated 2 stars. A game that's recently only just come out on Game Pass on July the 31st is Venba. This one's currently 50% off, down to $10.61, so if you haven't got Game Pass, then definitely consider checking out this one. This one's rated around 4 stars, so a seriously good game worth checking out. And our final game of the week is going to be a stinker, I'm afraid, rated 1.5. Sugar Tanks is an intense, fast-paced and super sweet tank shooter. Can't be that sweet at 1.5. But for 1 to 2 hours, you can get that 1000 G. It's 20% off at £6.71. Well, that was everything on offer this week. There seems to be a lot of escape rooms on offer, and surprisingly a few tank games out there. And unfortunately, there seems to be a lot of mediocre this week. Some poor games, some mediocre. There's very few brilliant games that I think people are going to want out and grab straight away. There's none of those big bundles or those huge gamer score games out there. This is just going to be your standard week where there's quite a few games on offer, don't get me wrong, but they're going to be the harder types to complete, but they're all pretty quick. Like I said, plenty of games in that 2-hour bracket, which are all going to give us all a great boost anyway. Well, I do hope you can all find something in this week's, and don't forget, like I said, to like, share and subscribe to the channel. We love having you all there. I'd love to hear what you're all picking up this week, and surely someone out there must have some great recommendations from this lot. There's got to be a hidden gem in there somewhere. And whilst you're there, don't forget to check out our Twitter page. It's our one-stop shop for all the Xbox information you're ever going to need, so make sure you go over there and subscribe to that one as well. Well, that's about all we're going to have for you this week. Let's hope we all find something good to play this week, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.